Hey guys, today's story is about a DM for an MOTW game who wasn't fond of creativity. The game was Monster of the Week, a segment of the Powered by the Apocalypse system that emulates shows like Buffy, Supernatural, and The X-Files, where the players are put in situations that involve a monster or paranormal phenomena, and figuring out how to kill and mitigate it. Now, while this sounds like every role-playing game ever, a big sticking point is that MOTW requires the players to figure out the specific weakness of whatever monster they are up against. They can't just hammer at it until it's dead or no longer a problem. It's got an investigative bent to it that I really like. The monster of this specific adventure was a Rakshasa, and its weakness was that it could only be killed by the smoke of a baobab tree, which was the only hole in the invulnerability it had woven for itself. And that's kind of the pattern of Monster of the Week. The Keeper, also known as DM, establishes the monster's capabilities, and the players have to figure out how to deal with the abilities and exercise the weakness. They present an issue, and then the players, ideally, come up with a creative solution for it. The game is built around cooperative storytelling and being able to improv with each other, but that isn't how it went this time around. When we learned what the creature's weakness was, we started brainstorming how to leverage it. We thought about tricking it into a bonfire of baobab boughs, but we weren't sure that that would work. We also thought about somehow capturing the smoke to use it as a weapon when one of my fellow players showed me a YouTube video in which a guy took the soot and ash of a fire and made a knife out of it. The other players and I all thought that this was a pretty ingenious idea, so we showed it to our keeper and he said that we could do it. We followed the video, burned the wood, captured the smoke, mixed it into an epoxy, and shaped a blade out of it. We set up a kill box to lure the creature into, we fought its minions, and then we rushed at the thing with the smoke blade. And nothing. The weapon broke. No damage was dealt, no weakness was activated, and I asked our keeper if he was serious, and he informed us that he definitely was. Now, at first I was thinking that we got the weakness wrong. So our crew withdrew, and we got very hurt in the process. After we escaped, I immediately said, "Alright, we have to figure out this thing's real weakness." To which the keeper immediately piped up, No, baobab smoke is the thing's weakness. You guys got that right." To which we all looked at him and asked, "What?" "Yeah, the Rakshasa's weakness is the smoke. You guys made good tests to figure that out. I'm not pulling the rug out from underneath you." I shook my head, wondering if there was something we were misunderstanding. Then, why didn't the smoke knife hurt the thing? He shrugged. "I thought it was lame. It's not really made of smoke. It's made out of epoxy mixed with smoke. It didn't make sense for it to hurt the monster." One of the other players added, "Actual smoke is just particles of the burning thing mixed with air. But that would hurt it, right?" "It's not the same thing." If it wouldn't work, why didn't you tell us? We have an actual factual wizard with us. If there's some mystical reason that this wouldn't work, then we should know. To which we went back and forth on this for a while, our keeper giving us absolutely nothing to work with. Eventually, he let slip that he had no baked-in way to defeat the thing, and that he was hoping that we would come up with something interesting and creative to fight it. I asked him what we could have done that would have possibly been more interesting and creative than making an actual smoke knife, to which he had no answer. He literally could not come up with a way for us to complete this particular adventure. And that realization sapped all the energy we had out of the proceedings, and we called it an early night. The other players and I talked, and we figured out that we didn't want to risk something so incredibly stupid like this again. So we contacted our keeper, and we called it. He was a little crappy on our Discord after that, but nothing came of it. The fizzling out isn't even a particularly good story. It's just a bitter taste left in my mouth. Well guys, I have to say, I've never actually played an MOTW game, and I honestly think that the idea of it is actually pretty appealing, so I might actually go into it one of these days. But for something that is described as having the need for creativity to deal with the monster of that week, shooting down your player's very creative idea and then not actually having your own idea of how you wanted them to deal with it is incredibly stupid. This DM is bad. Very bad. If I was the DM, or, I'm sorry, keeper here, I frankly would have loved this idea. I would not have expected this idea to have even been suggested. But in any case, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want me to narrate a story, let me know. And if you want to chat and hang out with other people, I have a Discord link in the description.